Hey everybody, KC0VII Tom. Got an interesting little review today for you. Around Thanksgiving, the Chevy Bolt over here was getting up to her 45,000 mile mark, and there's a big maintenance window there, and I was getting ready to run into the dealership and have them go through her. And then the battery pack threw an error code. You know, it was a nasty error code, not area. And so they're going to have it for a while until the parts came in, and I got a new battery at it, and we'll have another video just on that. But the loaner car they gave me was quite interesting, because when I pulled into the lot, ran inside, and the service writer says, "Hey, where'd you park your car?" I says, "Well, I'm parked right next to this yellow turd Bronco." And he kind of looked at me and giggled and says, "That's what you're driving." So this was my loaner they gave me. It is a 2021 Bronco Sport Badlands Edition. Interesting car, and it's not a car, it's a SUV, Crawley. Let's start here in the back corner. We'll go around on the outside. We'll take a look inside. This is the color. Yeah, first thing you say is yuck, but after a couple days, it grows on you with the black trim back. You know, trim on the bottom, black on top. It really makes it snap. Along with the mirrors being black, it really, makes it look nice. Then it's got the grill in the front with white lettering, which I don't care much for. Under the hood, we have a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, battery, the normal steel. Driving this was completely different from electric. You got to remember, I've been driving that since 21. That's all electric, and starting in 13 I was driving that, which is mainly electric with the little gas backup. So running a gas pump is new to me now. Okay, but coming around the other side here, again, it's fairly sharp. This was not a new vehicle, this was used. Somebody came in and traded it in. And we'll open up the back here. It's kind of interesting. You can open up just a glass if you want to reach in and grab something, or you can open up the whole trunk, and it's got a fairly decent trunk. It's got a tabletop here to cover up whatever you got in the back, or you can slide it back here and actually use it as a table. You got a couple lights in here, plus a couple of lights here, so at night if you're hooking up a trailer or working on something, you got light there. Over here we got a 12 volt power source at 110 inverter. Kind of nice. Then you got these fancy clips. Everything on the floor is this rubberized mat material to make it clean up easier. So when I have to clean up in aisle 3, open up the back here, and I got a blanket in here right now because the seats are quite slippery, and little doggy, she slides around a lot when we go around corners. But it's a real nice, good color inside, two-tone. You got a black insert and brown on the outside. Here's our molar style. So if you want to add a bag there or something, you got a little, instead of a mat pouch, you got a zipper pouch, which is kind of neat. I don't know if you saw that, but the inside is orange, and that, you didn't think much about it, but boy, you drop something in there, that orange makes it a lot easier to see. The doors, nice sound system. Whoever had this for was really into rap. They had this thing, the center was all the way up to the driver's seat of the sound system, and it had the whole bass end turned all the way up. And every XM radio preset was any XM rap channel. So go inside here. It's got a real neat cluster. I don't know if you can see that with the sun. When we go ahead and start it, like any new car, it's got to play a little song and dance. Don't want to get a hit from YouTube. Dual heating control, shifters down there. It's pretty much got a lot of options on it. It's got a moonroof on top. But all in all, it's a very nice vehicle. And, I got another blanket here for little Dougie. Again, the seats are surprisingly, I'm really impressed with the seats. They're nice and comfortable. I've never had heated seats that were this hot. I thought Dad's Honda not Escalade. His Honda had hot seats, but this thing is nowhere near. I mean, this is a lot hotter. It does support Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Nice glove box up front here. It's a nice vehicle. That's all I can say. It does have, being the Badlands, it does have the GOAT, which stands for Go Over Any Terrain. You can set trail cruise, which to me doesn't make sense, but I'm sure if you're an avid rock driver, you know how handy that is. I remember the last time my throttle stuck on my dirt bike going through the woods. That was not fun. We can lock it into constant four-wheel drive. We can lock the rear end. Also, it's got traction control you can turn off. Got the car pointed around, so excuse me, SUV. Oh boy. You got it pointed around so you can see up in here, and hopefully it's not flickering too bad. But on the GOAT control, you can change it to normal driving mode. Then we have Eco, and that will really boost your fuel mileage. I mean, I was getting 37, 38. I drove this a couple days to work and to Mason City, 56 miles round trip, and I was 30, like it says, 30 miles, miles per gallon. I was quite impressed by it. Then we have Sport mode, which recalibrates the accelerator so it's more peppy. Then we have our slippery conditions, mud and ruts, sand, and rock crawl. And when you kick into rock crawl, the front camera automatically kicks in, so you can actually see what's going on there. Then it also locks it into four-wheel drive. We'll go back. I've been leaving it in Eco. Like I said, it gets the best gas mileage. It's so far. We had a couple little snow events when I was driving. You noticed there's some snow still inside. I was going to run it down the car wash, but our little cold snap we're in, this is like day 12, being below zero. We got up a couple times above zero, 1 or 2 degrees, then we went back down. Last night the low was minus 12. Right now it's a whole 5 degrees outside. The wind chill is like minus 10, so that's why I don't want to be outside unless I absolutely have to. Let's step outside. So, it, like it says, it drives real good. I've heard people talk about on these small 4-cylinder engines with turbos, there's turbo lag. And believe me, coming from all electric to a small gas engine with turbo, you can tell the turbo lag. But going from a gas engine to this, you would not notice the turbo lag. I mean, it took a good 2 days of when I first started driving this. After driving, candy, with electric cars, as soon as you hit the accelerator, you're there. When you let up on it with the one pedal drive, it's braking. This is just like a normal vehicle. So it took that to digress back. Remember eons ago driving a gas engine or an ICE engine. Now, you may be saying, why am I talking so much about this? Well, I've had this for about 4 weeks before they had Candy Fix. Sitting there thinking about it, and Pooh here, Class C, 23 foot, with TLJ and myself, it was a lot of fun. We were weekend warriors. We'd go out. When we packed it, when we set up camp, we tore down, we came back, unloaded. It was a team effort. Now, a couple of times I went out last summer without her, it's different. I kept forgetting stuff. I was still setting out 2 lawn chairs, even though there was only one of me. And so I decided I was going to, as soon as I found this, I was thinking, well, if you could find a tow trailer. Now, this was only tow 2,200 pounds. So finding a trailer that size is going to be a little difficult, but I did find something. And I was over on that side of Mason City where the car dealer was, where the shop's at. Stopped in there and talked to Benny, the service tech, and he says, yeah, your car's going to get done this week. And there were 3 in there total. And he still thinks the software they upgraded to, but hey, I got a new battery out of it, 8-year warranty, 100,000 miles, so I don't care. And then after we done talking, I went through the sales department, and they were having their Christmas party. This was Friday before Christmas. About 3 in the afternoon, I walked in there and talked to the guy, and I said, oh, that Bronco there, what's the bottom value on that? How much you guys need? He was kind of surprised. He was up front. He said, well, it's my loaner car. My car's in the shop. He goes, are you trading in your car? I go, no, let's buy this out straight out cash. And he went and talked to the finance person, came back and says, well, it's going to be X amount of dollars plus financing. I go, no, you don't understand. Took the checkbook out, sat on the desk and says, I'm paying cash. And then he, whoa, then he went back, talked to somebody, came back and gave me a value, and it was good. So I picked it up, and I have to say, by 4 o'clock, I was driving out. All the paperwork was done. They had temporary plates on it. So, and I have found a small camper down in Altoona, another one over in Mankato, and another one up in Anoka. Nothing close. So I was going to run down to Altoona this weekend, but it was just being that cold and that far away, I really didn't feel like it. Even though this is a good car, there's other things that can happen, and I didn't want to make 2 trips. I got down there and forgot something, or they didn't have it ready, so I'll contact that dealer this week and let them know I'll probably come down next weekend. So we'll be done. We're going to use this. This is going to be the weekend warrior vehicle. We're going to have a small tow trailer. I'm in the process of emptying out poo, getting her all cleaned up, and there's a couple minor stuff in there I got to fix, just something real minor. Then I'll put her on the market here, and hopefully it'll go to a nice family, small family. In about 2 months, maybe 3 months, I'll have a video out on this, more in driving. I'm still learning. The owner's manual had been an inch and a quarter deep. It was thick, and I had it in the living room. You come home at night and just trying to figure out how to run something. I'd page through that, figure out what it was, go back out and try it. Yep, that's how I do it. Don't want to read it going down the road. And we'll also, in that video, we'll go, like I said, we'll go in more into driving, how it drives, things I like, things I don't like, mods or tricks. I have stuff coming in. There's a couple items on there. It's already installed. We'll show those more in detail. Nothing really fancy, or it's got to be family orientated, because Marilyn is a lady. And if you know me, you'll know which Marilyn. If you are new to the channel, I could tell you, but I cannot untell you. Marilyn, she's a lady. And on that, 7-3 everybody. I'm going to go in and watch some playoff football. Take care. Be sure to tell your friends, neighbors, other hams. Subscribe, hit that bell to get notification when new videos come out. Add comments below. 7-3 everybody. Frickin' microphone cord wrapped around the handle. Okay.